50 Cent just dropped major revelations in an exclusive interview. He spilled on the recent lawsuit involving Jay-Z and shared some shocking insights into his relationship with Diddy. In a bold move, 50 exposed what he claims is the real reason behind Jay-Z's rise to success, and how his marriage to Beyoncé might have played a role in snagging those 20 Grammys. Jay-Z reportedly isn't staying silent and is scrambling to address the claims.
And you don't throw out allegations, but like, you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got that shit in my past.
Everybody got a little bit.
I took a pill. But it was for me to perform that. For her to remember, boy. I didn't give her a drink so she forget what the fuck happened. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drinks. I gave me the fucking drug to perform. So she could remember and possibly love me for that. Did it work? What the fuck? Yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, you said it's the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. Well, I don't know why it's so hard for people
So
to
for
just
people to
acknowledge
feel like
shit is
you
weird.
would have something, or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too. Then this is people that are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues, and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what is
So
that?
they think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
50 Cent and Jay-Z's long-standing beef just hit a boiling point with some serious allegations in the mix. Recent reports suggest that Jay-Z is now facing a lawsuit tying him to the alleged rape of a 13-year-old at a VMA's after-party back in 2000, a case connected to Diddy's controversial freak-off parties. Kent Turner Woodward reveals the anomalous. Sources allege Jay-Z knew about Diddy's questionable activities but failed to act. Several lawsuits have emerged in recent weeks, with one even mentioning a female celebrity, rumored to be Beyoncé, who was allegedly present at these infamous gatherings. Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, is firmly denying these allegations. He claims Texas attorney Tony Busby, who filed the amended complaint on behalf of Jane Doe, is engaging in extortion, fabricating stories to extort massive payouts from celebrities. Interestingly, Jay-Z is believed to be the anonymous John Doe who recently countersued Busby, accusing him of blackmail and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Despite his firm denials, the scandal has caused waves in the industry, adding fuel to the fire. 50 Cent is openly criticizing Jay-Z, calling out his connection to Diddy's parties and questioning the authenticity of his marriage to Beyoncé. 50 claims their union was more of a business contract, conveniently coinciding with Jay-Z's skyrocketing success. Before marrying Beyoncé, Jay-Z had just 2 Grammys, but now he boasts over 30, with their kids even snagging some. Apple Podcasts' opinions play a large part in Jay-Z's decline. The drama surrounding these allegations has the internet buzzing, with 50 Cent seemingly out for payback. Yeah.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies came rolling in. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I'm real listening. If you look at this storehouse, you know what I'm saying? He had like 8 teams since he's been down. He had 1, bro. Hard Knock Life. You're not wrong. After that, you got drinking. It's the cop. Wait a minute.
You're saying the success is derived from the marriage.
I've absolutely been treated different.
The accolade. Because he's no longer viewed as like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones, because of the position of Beyonce.
Oh, wow.
Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce. So when he started to receive his 16 bucks, that's 16 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go prior to that, 1. You see what I'm saying? So that came from association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like, They don't sing it. They don't sing. They don't rap that. And they already have rap. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the awards. So it meant that much to folks. They just gave them the things.
Since the lawsuit against Diddy made headlines, 50 Cent hasn't held back, airing what he claims the industry has known for years, alleging that Jay-Z is just as complicit as Diddy. The number of alleged victims linked to their actions could potentially be in the thousands. In a shocking twist, rumors have surfaced that 50 Cent is concerned about Jay-Z's own daughter, noting that she is around the same age as one of his alleged victims. While these allegations remain unproven, the implications have sparked widespread outrage and debate, with many questioning the silence and protection surrounding high-profile figures in the industry.
An accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a team.
Right.
And we were speaking about just the statement. Right. The statement you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
That was that the statement is something from tell it by a lawyer. There's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. It says like you're gonna find out, like how out, and and that's attorney want to be combative with another attorney. That's not publicist.
This is on your this is on it says I don't know what's going on, but are we still gonna have the Super Bowl? I'm just asking for it.
Yeah, I'm asking for pictures. I'm just trying to figure out if we're still doing everything the way. They will go back. The NFL, they won't necessarily be associated.
Right. Why do you not insert yourself, but you're on top of every topic, right?
Yeah. I'm just watching. I'm not being participating. I'm being part of the culture. I'm just telling my opinion.
Right.
Look, this is part of the culture. Like I can't say anything now. I'm out of it. I'm going to Dre Studio to sit with Dre.
Right.
And then maybe that's that off.
Nah.
This lawsuit unveils deeply disturbing allegations. It accuses Jay-Z and Diddy of taking turns assaulting a minor while other celebrities reportedly stood by and watched. Instead of intervening, those present are alleged to have aided in covering up the crimes, raising serious questions about accountability and complicity within the industry.
Inside the building, plaintiff recognized many celebrities as she entered what appeared to be a large living room or foyer containing a large crowd. Plaintiff attempted to mingle in the crowd and talk to several of the celebrities that she recognized and whom she wanted to see at the VMAs. Waitstaff circulated throughout the room, carrying trays of drinks, and loud music played throughout the venue. Plaintiff observed widespread drug use, including marijuana and cocaine. After attempting to talk to numerous celebrities, plaintiff accepted a drink from one of the waitresses, circulating the crowd. The drink was a reddish-yellow mixture that tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter. After drinking just a portion of that drink, plaintiff began to feel woozy and lightheaded, making her need to lie down. A photograph of an actual exemplar container used by Combs and or his agents/employees to insert GHB into alcoholic drinks is seen below, and these are the photos included in the lawsuit that show a small plastic container that the plaintiff claims contained drugs at the party. The woman, remember, who claims she was 13 at the time, says she felt woozy and went to look for a place to lay down. Soon after, Combs entered the room, along with defendant Carter and a female celebrity B. Plaintiff immediately recognized all three celebrities. Combs aggressively approached plaintiff with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her and said, "You are ready to party." Combs then threw plaintiff toward a wall, causing plaintiff to fall. Plaintiff got up and stumbled, at which point Combs grabbed her again and threw her on the bed. At that point, Carter began removing plaintiff's clothes as she grew more and more disoriented. Plaintiff was held down by Carter as he vaginally raped her, while Combs and Celebrity B watched. After Carter was finished, he stepped back toward the wall. Combs then stepped forward and vaginally raped plaintiff while Carter and Celebrity B watched. Combs then knocked plaintiff down and attempted to force plaintiff to perform oral sex on her. She fought back, standing up quickly and punching out at the same time, hitting Combs in the neck. Taken aback, Combs stopped his attempt.
In a recent episode of the Flagrant podcast, 50 Cent claimed he could sense Jay-Z's concern over the lawsuit, despite his attempts to appear unfazed. According to 50, Jay-Z's strategy is calculated, pointing out that the victim didn't file a criminal complaint, likely because the statute of limitations had expired. By doing so, Jay-Z aims to deflect attention and shift the focus away from himself as more potential victims weigh coming forward.
I thought the smartest thing Jay said in the statement was, if you really believe this happened, then press criminal charges. He said, pull up.
But I don't think that was.
Tell me.
Okay, look. Because of the statute of limitations.
There is no criminal. So it's
So make it a statement
pump
to
thing.
make people feel like.
But apparently, if she's under 18, didn't you say it still could be criminal? He knows this is fed.
I don't know, man. I think what's the name? I get confused too. When you look at this, it's a lot. It's a lot of confusing information, right? But I think when you do point out that, why didn't you file criminal case? Because you can't. It's over 20 years old. This is 2000. Bro.
I
think
think it's a
when they're saying this is happening, I'm not even considering.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You see what I'm saying? Like this is that dates that far back.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not. It didn't even take place. So I'm like,
The lawyer handling the case against Jay-Z reportedly possesses testimony from the victim that includes details only someone who had been inside Jay-Z's home could know. The testimony allegedly identifies specific celebrities present that day and provides a description of the home's interior. According to criminal defense attorneys, if the victim can present a witness to corroborate these claims, it could significantly strengthen the case and potentially lead to Jay-Z facing serious legal consequences, including prison time.
I think she could theoretically win if her testimony were especially compelling, but I think you put your finger on one of the real weaknesses, is that these allegations are ancient. One thing that's left out to me is the allegations also include that there was a witness, other than Diddy, who a female, another woman. Her testimony, and obviously she will be subpoenaed, could be crucial. I mean, if that testimony corroborated the plaintiff's claims, then that would be something that would really be a game changer. But the plaintiff alone, I think, is going to face some credibility issues, especially when you have Jay-Z. I mean, Diddy, the allegations are pretty widespread, but there haven't been similar allegations about Jay-Z.
So that's that. Now, as far as Jay-Z's concerned, this could really go one of two ways. This might be an isolated one-off case that he has to defend. Or potentially it could be a Me Too type situation where other victims come forward. Obviously, we saw that with Diddy and Cassie Ventura. So the coming days and weeks are really going to be telling. And Tony Busby says there's more than 100, maybe up to 300 victims he's representing. So it's going to be interesting to see if any of them also need Jay-Z.
And even if such a high-profile name like Jay-Z has come out, could more celebrity names be tied to these lawsuits? What do you think we can expect?
No question. This may just be the first celebrity domino, and Jay-Z was unmasked as celebrity A, but let's not forget there's a celebrity B in that same lawsuit that allegedly witnessed the sexual assault, a female celebrity, and there was someone who went on CNN earlier this week and said that his sexual assault was witnessed by another celebrity as well. So I think we're going to see more celebrity names identified very soon.
All right, Nima Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us. As you said, this is one that has entered the court of public opinion. It's nice to have your actual legal advice on this one.
The victim, now an autistic mother of two, recently gave an exclusive interview to NBC News, sharing her account of the alleged abuse. She revealed that at a 2000s VMAs after-party, she was given a drink that made her feel woozy. As she attempted to sleep it off, she says she woke up to Diddy and Jay-Z assaulting her while other celebrities stood by and laughed, failing to intervene.
Always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself. You should never let what somebody else did run your life.
Speaking out to NBC News for the first time, a 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has sued Shay Diddy Combs and Jay-Z for raping her when she was 13 requested us not to identify herself.
What made you want to come forward and talk today? Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet. But it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
You weren't scared to be all alone?
No, with having autism is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof juggle ball. The world's on fire. The fire is inside the ball with you, but there's no way for you to get out.
The woman, who is also autistic, alleges that she sustained a head injury on the night of the 2000s BMAs. According to her, a friend drove her for over 5 hours from Rochester, New York, to Manhattan. Her lawyer has provided NBC News with the name of this friend, who has since passed away. She further claims that after a conversation with Coles' limo driver, he offered to take her to an after-party.
Stumbled upon Diddy's driver, who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was desperate.
She says she went to a White House event where she spoke with musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
Talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo, because, I have no brilliance about his tattoo. That's the Last Supper, because I have a religious background. So it was just something to talk about.
She claims that after drinking something that made her drowsy at the after-party, Combs and Carter alternately raped her while a female celebrity looked on.
JC comes in and rapes me. At that point, I was fighting, trying to get away from him, and he put his hand over my mouth and told me to stop it, cut the.
She claims that after the alleged rape, she rushed to a petrol station and called her father, who then picked her up and drove her home.
Home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was.
Kim Porter's ex-wife's close friend Courtney Burgess has even claimed to have 8 types that link Diddy and Jay-Z to having sex with children. Courtney apparently showed these tapes in front of a grand jury as well. 8 of these tapes, 4 flash drives, and a diary written by Kim Porter that contains information about Diddy's sex tracking ring have been turned over to the FBI.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if
appeared to be.
Were. Right.
Sure, appears. Let me rephrase it.
Based on yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all. To be honest, all.
Were victims or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized.
Yeah.
Meaning this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was and what they was doing.
The civil lawsuit against Jay-Z was brought by attorney Tony Busby for his alleged involvement in the rape of 13-year-old Jane Doe. The victim is one of many who are willing to come forward, and their testimony is particularly intriguing because it names at least 4 other celebrities who attended Diddy's after-party after the MTV Video Music Awards in New York City.
What do you say about Jay-Z, the artist, the businessman? Well, the complaint begins. Defendant Sean Combs, along with his longtime friend and collaborator Sean Carter, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party following the 2000 Video Music Awards. Another celebrity stood by and watched as Combs and Carter took turns assaulting one another. Many others were present at the after-party but did nothing to stop the assault. Combs had been allowed for years to conduct himself in this manner without any consequences. He believes he is above the law. He is not. His close friend Sean Carter has been with Combs during many such instances described herein. Both perpetrators must face justice. So that seems to suggest that Sean Carter, Jay-Z, was not only present or participated in this alleged, but essentially a crime, but for other instances. And that's really interesting. That's why I bring up this idea of he be hit into more lawsuits if you take these allegations as true. Now, the complaint goes on to say Combs and Carter were not simply occasional collaborators in the music industry. The two men developed a close friendship that has been well documented from the late 1990s to the present. Together, they attended countless music industry events for each other's business ventures, parties, and after parties. Indeed, the two are apparently so close that Combs stated in 2023 that Carter is the only person, other than Combs' mother, who is allowed to call him by his legal first name of Sean. In 2000, near the height of their fame, power, and influence, Combs and Carter attended the 2000 Video Music Awards in New York City. Afterwards, Combs hosted an after-party for many of the most famous celebrities in the music and entertainment industries, including Carter, which is where the events alleged occurred. I should also say that Busby also used this complaint to address an alleged harassment campaign that he claims Jay-Z started after Busby reached out about his involvement in the suit. The complaint reads, Carter was identified in plaintiff's original complaint as Celebrity A. Prior to the filing of this amended complaint, Carter received a letter from plaintiff's counsel requesting a mediation to resolve this matter. Upon present information and belief, Jay-Z responded to said letter by not only filing an utterly frivolous lawsuit, but by also orchestrating a conspiracy of harassment, bullying, and intimidation against plaintiffs' lawyers, their families, employees, and former associates in an attempt to silence plaintiff from naming Jay-Z herein. This effort was meant to scare plaintiff into discredit her counsel. That effort failed. Indeed, plaintiff chose to file this amendment as a result of the egregious conduct perpetuated by
Jay-Z and Diddy are two sides of the same coin, according to Diddy's own security, who witnessed them together. In actuality, Jay-Z is more astute and calculating than Diddy. Additionally, Jay-Z isn't scared to get his hands dirty. In 1999, he was charged with third-degree assault after pleading guilty to stabbing. Because of his risk, his victim remained silent for a long time.
Diddy used to hate Jay-Z. He hated Jay-Z enough when he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay-Z. This is back in the early 2000s. And one day, Asler Kushner, Diddy, and myself went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z. I've never been a Jay-Z fan, like some of his music, the whole 9 yards. But when we went over to the, I think that was Prudential Center in Newark, and him and Puff met up, it was strange to me. Because I remember what Puff was trying to do. And then both of them, they was talking about something amongst each other, amongst all of us, and laughing and joking with each other. Then over the years, I see them giving garden parties. You understand what I'm saying? You could tell that the people in power had gave that reign to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him, when in fact they may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky shit, and Diddy is, and was, rambunctious, just out with it. It don't mean that they're not two of the same.
There are more than 300 victims, according to Tony Busby, the lawyer bringing the accusations against Diddy and Jay-Z. Police reports, medical records, and even physical evidence connect these victims to Diddy and Jay-Z. The details of each of these crimes all follow the same pattern. Drug minors would receive DHB from Diddy and Jay-Z, after which they...
We intend to name people in these lawsuits. We're not going to do it in interviews. We're not going to do it, without doing our due diligence, because obviously, these types of allegations are very hurtful to people if they're not true, and very hurtful, frankly, if they are true. If they're true, you shouldn't have been in the room. You shouldn't have been participating. So, I anticipate we're going to start filing lawsuits. It may not be big names at first, but we have a long list of names, and you might imagine in situations like this, that when a victim tells us that this person was in the room or this person participated, we want to do as much due diligence as humanly possible before we file that case. Because in the United States, in almost every state, public filings are in fact public, and we name somebody in a lawsuit, the press is going to pick it up, and we're aware of it. So we're going to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's, and I expect that there will be some people named in these lawsuits that will raise some eyebrows.
Another instance, another minor, told allegedly by Sean Combs that he would make him a star, but needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex on him. Another incident, an individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual, minor, was raped, and then other individuals took turns raping her. Another individual, 26, at the time of the occurrence, was picked up allegedly by Mr. Combs and several other people in a black SUV from the airport, was given one drink in the SUV, and then literally woke up the next day not knowing what had happened, but with pain and damage to both her vagina and her anus, where she then went to the hospital. She was missing her underwear and her shoes. Another instance, an individual, this time not a minor, attended a group dinner, allegedly with Sean Combs in Miami. She wasn't drinking because she was pregnant, but whatever she drank at the table, apparently, at least according to her, was laced with something. She blacked out, and she woke up in the same bed, again allegedly, with Mr. Combs in his mansion in Miami. Her vagina and her anus were torn and sore.
And that's just the beginning of the stunning accusations against Diddy and Jay-Z. With more victims coming forward and fresh evidence coming to light, this story is far from done. Do you believe justice will be served at last, or will their influence and power shield them once more?